Hi everyone, it's your lady Billionaire so here, Mercy Gimo from GM Harvey Realty Limited. I hope you are doing fine. Okay, so come Saturday 14th of August, the pre-launch price sales moves. Okay, the pre-launch price sales of Lagoon front goes to 7.5 million naira. Okay, for the 500 square meters. So I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. Okay, so sometimes when I was younger, my parents bought a plot of land. Okay, and at the time my dad bought that land, a friend of his told him about it. And so at the time he bought the land, he was the only one in that street at that time. And so he eventually called his friends and all that, to come and buy. And so fast forward to later, okay, he told us that he would have been able to buy more plots. Okay, the truth is, history will always repeat itself. Okay, and so he had the opportunity to buy multiple plots, but he decided to buy just a plot. And he also had the opportunities to buy other areas, okay, other juicy areas. And, he didn't see the need to buy at that time. But later in life, he wished that he had bought more plots. And so history will always repeat itself. And that's why you agree with me that you would have had the story of my parents, either from your parents, from an uncle, from your auntie, from friends who tell you, oh, I knew when this part of this land sold for this price. And so at that time they didn't see the need, to buy. And though some of them would have bought one plot and, and it ended there. And so you see that the story is familiar, that they always wished they bought more plots. Okay, because they never knew that that place was going to become what it became after some years. And so Lagoon Front estate is the one opportunity that is coming to us now, especially now that you would still buy it at the pre-launch price. Okay, remember my previous video when I talked about what Pinnock Beach Estate was selling 11-12 years ago for? Okay, I can tell you, it's not as if I just, went randomly. At that time, my boss that I was working with wanted to buy Royal Gardens. And at that time, he wanted to buy Royal Gardens. Royal Gardens is when you descend from the bridge, the estate that is by this side of the road, after just opposite Domino Pizza, opposite Thomas Estate. And so, Pinnock Beach and Royal Gardens was selling for the same price. And because Royal Gardens was on the road, so he decided to go for Royal Gardens. But now the price of land in Pinnock Beach is 300 million or more, and the price of land in Royal Gardens is about 65-80 million. But what stands the Pinnock Beach estate out? It is the Lagoon Front that he has. And so Lagoon Front is coming to you on a platter for 5 million naira pre-launch price. Okay, so you don't have to miss out on this opportunity. Especially the location of Lagoon Front is just adjacent to Alaro City. Alaro City is a government-private partnership city that you're building there, and the plot of land is selling for 18 million in Alaro City, and Lagoon Front, this opportunity is selling for 5 million. You can see that this is an opportunity that you should not miss. Okay, one of my clients who bought Pinnock Beach Estate, though he didn't tell me the time he bought, although he bought at a very cheap price, so he told me he sold his land in Pinnock Beach for 98 million naira or thereabouts, 2018. And when he was telling me recently, and I was like, sir, why did you sell? You should have waited. Okay, you should have waited. if you had waited, you would have been selling for 300 million naira. And so he told me at that time it made a lot of sense to sell, and he needed the money to sponsor a project. And so, in essence, if he had bought multiple plots, he would have been able to sell well and sponsor that project and still have all that and be waiting. Say, okay, he's selling for 300 million naira now, he sells. When the price goes further high, he sells. Okay, so there are so many things you can do when you buy multiple plots. I always say this: when you're buying an investment like this, don't buy one plot. Try as much as possible to buy at least the minimum should be 2. I thank you to all our clients, okay? A lot of them that bought one plot before, they've added more plots to it. So you buy multiple plots because you can do so many things with it. You can decide to sell to carry out a project, to pay children's school fees. You can decide to sell, to invest in a short-term investment. Okay, there are so many things you can do when you buy multiple plots. And especially now that we have a payment plan. The initial deposit is 500,000, and so you spread the balance over 3 months, 6 months, and even up to 18 months. That is amazing. And so we shouldn't allow opportunity to repeat itself again, because it will always repeat itself. So it now depends on which side you are when the opportunity, the story is being told. Okay, when the story of Lagoon Front will be told 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what will be your contribution? Would you be saying, I bought this land when it sold at the pre-launch price, and I didn't buy one, I bought multiple plots. See how much it is selling now. Or would you be among those who would say, oh, I should have bought it, and it had a flexible payment plan. In fact, you see how things are just growing in this country. Okay, you hear that a lot from a lot of people, and so take advantage. Remember, from the 14th, that's Saturday, 12 midnight, you buy it for 7.5 million naira, no more 5 million naira. So the 500 square meter is selling for 5 million, while the 300 square meter is selling for 3 million naira. With an initial deposit of 500,000, you can lock down multiple plots. If you're going for 4 plots, initial deposit you pay is 2 million. If you're going for 5 plots, initial deposit you pay is 2.5 million naira, and just like that. The payment plan is flexible, and trust me, you can do it. Okay, so remember, it is located in Epe, alright, adjacent to the Alaro City, so a few minutes from the new international airport. We'll have a 6th lane that the government is currently constructing there now. Let's take a look at the video.
Okay, so this is a 6-lane road. This road's construction started in December from Eleko Junction all down to Epe. The road that they've even gone past Alaro City. That's where you have the Lagoon Front. And so we also have the Dangote refinery, we have the deep sea port coming up, we have the free trade zone, a number of monumental industries that are coming up here. You can't afford to miss not having a plot in Lagoon Front.
Amazing monumental developments that will outlive us there. That shows you that it is a valuable investment. There's going to be a large mass migration of people into that axis. The question is, by the time this mass migration of people move into that axis, would you be there to service them? How do you do that? It is by taking advantage of this pre-launch price before it goes to 7.5 million for the 500 square meter and 3 million for the 300 square meter. Okay, so be a wise investor and give us a call now. Give us a call now. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on post notification, like our videos, please share our videos. I remain your Lady Millionaire Realtor. Thank you, and please keep staying safe.